just so for anyone who watches this recording, I forgot to hit record until right now, so you missed the little intro explaining the significance of this black moon, new moon. So if you're interested, I can fill you in at a later date. Otherwise, we're at the very beginning of our actual practice. So I encourage you to just take your seat, close your eyes or gaze downward and just drop in to the flow of your breath, the flow of your breath in and out through your nose. Just really becoming fully embodied and becoming aware of kind of your natural ebb and flow of your breath. And maybe again, thinking of this new moon, the ocean, the tides are very influenced by the moon. And of course, the water, the ocean is water, and most of our body is made up of water. So we, just like the oceans, are connected with this energy of the moon and the planets and the alignments. So maybe kind of coming into your body and coming into this sense of interconnection, this connection that you have as one person with other people all over the planet, with energies of other people all over our planet, with maybe animals and nature and the tides and everything, and then out into greater orbits, into the sun and the moon and our universe and galaxy, all that. So just like feeling, yes, you're in your body, but also you are connected with something much greater than yourself. And with that, taking a long breath in, creating more length and space in your spine, and maybe if you can, visualizing an imaginary cord attached to the crown of your head, your crown chakra, and that cord just really connecting you with God or source or a higher power, your highest potential, feeling that connection, and then breathing out, feeling that earthbound connection. So bringing all those qualities down into your body, into the earth, and then feeling that earth energy supporting you, and visualizing any seeds of intention that you would like to plant with this new moon and see come into fruition over the next cycle between the new moon and the full moon, or the new moon and the next new moon on September 7th. So with that, I will sound the singing bowl 3 times, and you can just allow the sound to penetrate your awareness. So just listen. Today, we're going to start by remaining seated to begin, and we're going to do some breath movement coordination exercises with the idea or the intention of feeling our earthbound connection and also honoring our connection with source, with the divine. So we start with our fingertips on the floor, spine nice and long, and then inhale, just reach up, look up. And then exhale, release down, touching the earth, tucking the chin to the chest, inhaling, expanding. Exhale, releasing, touching the earth, inhaling, expanding. Exhale, releasing. We'll do one more cycle. Inhale, reaching, and exhale, releasing. And then we'll inhale, reach, and exhale, gently twist to the right. Bring your right hand to the base of your spine so you really connect your palm of your hand with your second chakra, right at the sacrum. And again, this is the water-based chakra, the center of creativity, right? So connecting with that sense of water and the moon. And then we'll release and come back to center, and then sweep the arms high, and then move into a gentle twist to the left. Left hand to the base of the spine. Again, full cycle of the breath, inhaling, length and space, exhaling, rooting down, And then we'll come back to center. We'll do it one more time each way. Inhale, sweep high. And then exhale, gently twist to the right. Right hand to the base of the spine. Again, full cycle of the breath. And then gently release, touching the earth, sweeping high. And then gently folding and releasing, twisting. And these twists bring a lot of energy to the internal organs. And this twisting is also something recommended with the new moon, kind of helping you to release anything which no longer serves you. And then we'll release and touch the earth, and then listen. We'll inhale and just give yourself a nice hug with one elbow on top of the other, whichever is natural. And then inhale, open up, expand, and look up, open the heart center. Then exhale, recross with the opposite elbow on top, and give yourself another hug. Great. And then listen, we'll inhale, reach the arms straight up, and then we're going to exhale, release the hands to the floor, and then come into a gentle little fold, and then lean forward enough so you can remove your block or seat support and come onto your hands and knees in table pose. And then we'll exhale, draw in, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, release, heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release out. Good. Do a couple more cat-cows. And again, just notice where you're holding tension in your spine, gently releasing on the exhalation. And when you complete this next cat-cow, come back to a neutral spine. Inhale. And then exhale, look over the right shoulder, open up the left side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, left, open right. Inhale, center. Once again, exhale, right, open left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left, open right. And then inhale, center. And then walk your hands forward a few inches, engage your core. We'll move into some gentle circles. Inhaling forward, exhaling around and back. Inhaling forward, exhaling around and back. Again, just making these circles as large or small as feels right for you. Breathing in and noticing where you're holding tension, maybe in your hips or your knees, your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, and gently releasing on the exhalation. Then pause at the top and reverse, circling the other way. Inhaling forward, exhaling around and back. Great. And again, whenever you complete this next circle, just pause at the top, inhale, and then sit all the way back into some variation of child's pose that feels really, really good for you. Inhaling, expanding, breathing into the back body, feeling the rib cage expand. Exhale, gently releasing the tailbone down between the heels. Inhaling, expanding. Exhale, releasing. Inhaling, expanding. Exhale, releasing. And then inhale, walk both hands over to the right side of the mat, open the left side body. Inhale, walk through center, over to the left, open up the right side body. Inhale, walk through center, over to the right, open left. Inhale, walk through center, over to the left, open right. Great, and then come back up to center, and then we'll release our forearms to the floor, stretch your legs on back, and then we'll come into either Sphinx or Cobra, whichever is better for you. The important thing is that you're using your back muscles, not your hands. You're opening your heart center, you're feeling that opening in the front body, and then gently release down. Inhale again, coming up to Sphinx or Cobra, and then releasing down. One last time, coming up, and then releasing down, and then press yourself up and back. Come into child's pose, and then tuck your toes under. We'll come into a gentle downward dog, and then gently walk out your dog, rise up high into the balls of both feet. Exhale, press one heel down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, the opposite heel down. Again, just kind of pedaling your feet, releasing tension that you feel in the back body, breathing. And then when you feel like you've done that evenly, inhale and come into a plank position, engage your core. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. One last time. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. And then inhale to plank. Release your knees to the floor. Release your toes to the floor. You're going to come into gate pose. Right hand under the right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the left arm high and open like triangle, which we'll do later. And then exhale, thread your needle. Take the hand underneath the right armpit. Inhale, open and expand. Beautiful. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. One last time. Inhale, open and expand. Great. Exhale, thread your needle. And then open, and then take the bicep over the ear. Just get super duper long. Inhale, then bring the arm up to 12. Circle a few times. Great. And then come back into your table. Everything lined up. Do a couple of cat-cows in between. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release. And then again, tuck your toes under. Come into downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Release the knees to the floor, toes to the floor. Come into gate pose. Left hand under the left shoulder. Inhale, sweep the right arm high and open. Great. And then exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Great. And then take the bicep over the ear. Just get super duper long. Good. Breathe. And then gently release, circle the arm a few times. And then come back into your table pose. Step the right foot forward. Draw the navel in and up so you get that hip flexor. Stretch, open, and then sweep high, and then settle in. Inhale, reaching higher. And then exhale, move into your gentle twist to the right, right hand to the base of the spine. Again, bringing lots of energy into those internal organs, releasing what no longer serves you. And then come back to center, step the right foot back, left foot forward, sweep the arms high. Again, get that hip flexor stretch open. And then exhale, move into your twist. Left hand to the base of the spine. Again, full cycle of the breath. And then gently release and bring the hands alongside of the left foot, tuck the toes of the right foot under, step the right foot forward, and then come into your fold, and then come into ragdoll. Let the head be heavy and just gently sway a little bit, side to side, releasing tension in the back body. And then inhale, heart forward, gaze forward, exhale, release into your fold, keeping your knees soft. Walk your hands up, 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 so you come all the way up. And then sweep the arms high, and then exhale, hands to your heart center, and then take several cycles of the breath to really arrive in your standing mountain pose. Maybe lift and spread your toes if you can, and then really, again, feel that earthbound connection, just like when we were seated initially. At the beginning of class, again, feel that connection with the earth through the soles of your feet. And then bring that earth energy up into your first chakra, and then run it all the way out through the crown of the head. Feel that connection with source, with God, your highest potential, and then pull that energy from above down into your seventh chakra through the crown of your head, and then run it all the way down so that you feel this just energetic alignment. And you feel this alignment with the energy flowing freely up and down, and each of the chakras kind of vibrating, and they're open and pulsating, so that it brings health and vitality to every cell in our body, every organ, and just really maybe cultivating all of the necessary elements, ingredients to help you to nurture and nourish whatever intention seeds that you wish to plant with this new moon that you want to see to grow and flourish over the next couple of weeks. So calling to mind maybe your intentions for yourself. And then we'll do a round of sun salutation A, again making any little modifications or adjustments to make the flow and the sequence work for you and your body this morning. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms high and salute the sun, and then exhale, fold and salute the earth, and then length and release. Step your right foot back, left foot back, come into your plank, lower to the floor. Inhale to your extension of the spine, awesome. Exhale, find your way to downward dog, and then release the knees to the floor. Bring the right foot forward, come into a lunge, listen. Exhale, straighten the right knee, send the right sits bone back. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten the right knee, send the sits bone back. Inhale, sink into your lunge. If you need blocks on either side, that can make it easier. If you have any stress in that knee, exhale, and then listen. Release the back knee to the floor, release the toes. We're going to come into crescent lunge here. So we're going to draw the navel in and up, and then interlace our fingers, index fingers together, and then just kind of visualize maybe a crescent moon, right? Embodying that moon and really opening the whole front body, right? Lengthening. And then we're going to gently release, bring the fingertips to the floor, come into a lunge, and then just step that left foot forward, fold, length, release, root and rise, sweep high. And then exhale, hands to your heart, and come back to your mountain. Again, before we do it all leading left, connect with the earth, connect with your highest potential self, God. And then inhale, sweep high, and then exhale, fold, and length and release. Step your left foot back, right foot back, come into your plank, great. And then lower to the floor, inhale to your extension of the spine, exhale, find your way to downward dog. And then release the knees to the floor, toes to the floor. Step the left foot forward, come into your lunge. Again, if you need blocks, have blocks. Exhale, gently straighten the left knee, send the left sits bone back. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten the left knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten the left knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge one last time. And then sink into your lunge, release the back knee to the floor, toes to the floor, draw the navel in and up, and then interlace the fingers. Again, our crescent moon, or crescent lunge pose, opening, breathing into the front of that hip, and then gently release. Awesome, come into your lunge, and then step the right foot forward, fold. Inhale, length, exhale, release, root and rise, sweep high. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Good, and then we'll interlace our fingers, index fingers together. Squeeze the ears between the biceps, just get long inhale. And then exhale, hands right, hips left. Inhale, center, exhale, hands left, hips right. Inhale, center, one more time each way. Opening, good, coming back to center and opening. Good, and coming back to center, then listen, bring the hands behind the head, open up through the chest and shoulders, gaze upward, and then exhale, gently press the chin to the chest. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, press the chin to the chest. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, press the chin to the chest. One last time. Inhale, open, and then exhale, just gently release, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then we're going to get ready for a round of sun salutation B. So we'll come into our chair pose, the feet directly under the hips, knees track straight ahead, weight a little bit in the heels, and then we'll just rise and then fold. This is all the same as A. Inhale, length, exhale, release, listen, step the right foot back, left foot back, We'll lower to the floor, so traditional sun salutation B. Inhale to an extension of the spine. Exhale, find your way to downward dog. And then inhale the right leg high, diagonal hip square, bend the right knee, set the right hip over the left. Open, breathe, and then square your hips. And if you can, just step the right foot forward and then shorten the stance. Spin the back foot in and then set your feet up for warrior one. Settle in, soften the knee, square the hips and shoulders, and then reach. And then again, settle in, soften, and then gently straighten the right leg. Take the hands behind you or to your waist. Little baby back bend. Great. Exhale, fold out over your front thigh. Inhale, rise. Little baby back bend. Open. Exhale, fold out over your front thigh. Inhale, rise. Little baby back bend. One last time, we'll fold. And then rise, and then bring your hands to your heart, and then we'll open into warrior two on the right, looking out over the right fingertips, and then inhale, gently straighten the right leg, reach both arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach one last time. Great, and then release the hands to the hips. Straighten the right knee. If you like a block, have a block on the inside of the right foot. We're going to do triangle. So just gently glide the hips left, reach right, come into triangle number one, and then reverse, reach the right arm high, left hand behind the waist, and then come back, go into triangle number two. Awesome. And then listen, inhale, rise and reverse, reach, good. Continue to listen, inhale, bend the right knee. Listen, we're going to come into female warrior, so just face the left side of your mat and then bend your knees and open your heart. Great. Again, this is part of the moon salutation sequence that we'll do in a little bit. So just root down and then inhale, straighten, come into your five-pointed star. Good. And then spin the right foot out, come back into warrior two. Awesome. Release the hands to the hips. Lift the left heel off the floor, step the left foot forward, and then we'll come to the top of our mat and stand with your palms facing forward. Come into your mountain pose, and then close your eyes or gaze downward and just allow your sand to settle, allow your water to clear, and just really experience, savor being fully embodied in your body, every cell in your body, every sensation in your body, in the present moment, and just really taking that all in, like your awareness, that pebble of awareness really dropping down, touching this deep place within you, place of peace and wholeness. And then we'll open our eyes and we'll do the whole sequence, the sun salutation B, but this time leading with the left leg, again, making it yours. Coming into your chair pose, and then inhale, rise, and exhale, fold, and length, release. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back, come into your plank, lower to the floor. Inhale to your extension of the spine, find your way to downward dog. Inhale, the left leg high, diagonal, hips square, bend the left knee, stack the left hip over the right, and open and breathe. Square your hips, and then step your left foot forward, spin the back foot in, come into warrior one on the left. Take your time. Great. Settle in, breathe, focus, and then gently straighten the left leg. Take the hands behind you or to your waist, little baby back bend. Exhale, fold out over the left thigh. Inhale, rise, little baby back bend. Exhale, fold out over the left thigh. Inhale, rise, little baby back bend. Great. Exhale, fold out over the front thigh. And then inhale, rise. Good. Bring the hands to the heart. And then open into warrior two on the left, gazing out over the left fingertips. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach both arms high. Release the hands to the hips. Prepare for triangle. Again, if a block is helpful, you can have a block on the inside of the foot. Keep the knees soft and then glide the hips to the right. Come into triangle number one. And then inhale from the strength of your legs. Reverse. Reach the left arm high. And then come back. Glide the hips right. Come into triangle number two. And then rise and reverse. Reach. Good. We'll come into one more triangle number three. And then rise. And then spin the heels in, toes out. Female warrior facing the right side of your mat. And then come into five-pointed star. Awesome. Turn the left foot out. Come into warrior two. Great. Release the hands. Lift the right heel off the floor and then step the foot forward. And again, come in to Tadasana. Come into your standing mountain pose. Close your eyes and just allow the sand to settle. Allow your water to clear. Breathing.
Hudson.
Hi, Hudson.
Barking at a seagull. Stop.
Great. And then prepare to do a round of our moon salutations. So again, if you need to have a block, have a block close by. Have a block on your right side. And again, you can make any adjustments to make this work for you. So we come to the center of our mat, right? You can reorient your mat if you have space, otherwise just turn to face the right or the left. And then interlace your fingers, index fingers together, squeeze your ears between your biceps, get long. Inhale, exhale, hands right, hips left. Inhale, center, exhale, hands left, hips right. Good. Inhale, center, and then step the feet apart. Come into your five-pointed star. Great. Inhale, flip the heels in, toes out. Female warrior. Great. Open. And then turn the back foot in. Set yourself up for triangle. On the right, glide the hips and open. Good. Just like we did before. And then gently pivot and fold out over that right thigh. And then lift the left heel off the floor, come into a lunge, walk the hands over to the left, lift the toes of the right foot, over to the right, lift the toes of the left foot, end up over on the left, and then pivot, shorten your stance, fold out over the left thigh. Inhale, come up into your triangle on the left, and then rise, and then flip the heels in. Toes out, female warrior, great. Five-pointed star. Inhale and exhale, step or jump the feet together. We'll flow right into the moon salutation on the leading with the left. Inhale, rising, and exhale, fold to the left, open right. Inhale, center, exhale, fold to the right, open left. Inhale, center, step the feet apart. Come into your five-pointed star, flip the heels in, toes out, beautiful. And then set yourself up for your triangle on the left. Again, if a block is helpful, you use one. Open, and then exhale, gently fold out over that left thigh. Lift the heel of the right foot so you come into a lunge. Walk the hands over to the right, lift the toes to the left foot. over to the left, lift the toes of the right foot, end up over on the right side, pivot, come into a lunge, shorten your stance, turn the back foot in, fold out over your right leg, inhale, come in to your triangle, take your time, and then rise, and then come into female warrior, great, exhale, five-pointed star, inhale, soften the knees, and then step or jump the feet together, and then turn the palms forward. And again, just drop in to your body, drop into your heart beating, drop in to any sensations that you notice here. Breathing. Great. And then we're going to prepare for a balance challenge, and the balance challenge that many times is associated with moon salutation sequences is Ardha Chandrasana, which is half moon pose, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm sensing that that's probably not the best balance challenge for everybody today. And so instead of doing Ardha Chandrasana, so in case you don't know what Ardha Chandrasana is, the easiest and best way to go into, we're not going to do it, Marianne, but if
Okay.
you had a wall or a blank space that you could actually line the back of your body against, imagine I had a wall behind me, that would be ideal. And if you had a block, you'd place the block like out in front of you, and then you would separate your feet. You come into five-pointed star with your wall against the back body, and then you turn the right foot out, come into like warrior two, and then release your hands, and then you walk that left foot in a little bit, find your block, and then walk the block out, and then take the left foot off the floor and then open, but you'd have that wall or that structure that's very stable and nothing in your way, that you could just really feel that alignment of Ardha Chandrasana without having the balance be an issue. So at some point, if you want to explore that, that could be interesting to explore. For today, our class, I'm gonna encourage you to come into Eagle, some variation of Eagle pose that works for you, Garudasana. And again, thinking of Eagle pose and the part of this new moon is coming tomorrow morning, and thinking of the wrapping and that kind of that twisting element of Eagle that helps to kind of bring all this energy that rinses out, kind of wrings out your internal organs and your spine, and helps you to kind of like picture like squeezing a wet washcloth or a sponge. You're getting rid of any of that excess energy that doesn't serve you. And then when you release, you can allow new energy to flow in. So particularly thinking of that energy coming in to the first, second, third chakra. So the second chakra is the water, the creativity, the moon, more associated with the moon. And then the third chakra associated more with the fire and the sun, but also our power center is here, our place of personal power, volition, ability to act in alignment is all here. So kind of visualizing that you're rinsing out and cleansing this chakra so that you're ready to plant your new seeds of intention for this new cycle. You're ready to plant those seeds, and you're ready to water and nourish those seeds and do everything that you can to help them to come up and out through the surface of the ground, just like through the first and second chakras, and up into the sunlight, which is like the third chakra. And then maybe visualizing that you're gonna show some love, your fourth chakra, some love to these seeds, some kindness to these seeds, some compassion to these seeds, to again help them to grow strong. So just breathing and being in your eagle pose. And then whenever you feel like you've done enough, coming out, shaking things out, and coming back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Again, allowing your sand to settle, allowing your water to clear and just noticing any sensations in your body. And then when you're ready, you'll open your eyes and you'll come into your eagle pose, but this time with the left leg being that standing leg. Again, thinking of those same kind of elements, the same kind of intentions that I mentioned when we did our eagle on the right. Again, like really nourishing and creating this ideal environment for your little intention seeds to grow and thrive, to flourish. And then again, whenever you feel like you've done enough, coming out, coming back to Tadasana. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come to the floor and we'll just do a little bit of seated postures. Again, stretching your legs out. And initially, again, I'm still thinking just like with eagle, we're gonna still continue with this twisting element of creation and bringing energy to the first, second, third chakra. So we'll take the right foot over the extended left leg and then hug in and wrap and breathe. Right. And then gently release, uncross the legs, shake them out, and then recross with the left over the right. Hug in and wrap and breathe. Good. And again, just release and shake out the legs, and then we'll bring the soles of the feet together and pull the heels in and open up through the chest and shoulders, and exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. One last time. Inhale, expand. Great. Exhale, draw in. Good. And then we'll stretch our legs out and we're going to come into a seated position. And again today, I think I did this not too long ago, but I really like it. So we're going to do our Bij mantras. And again, for anyone not familiar with the Bij mantras are just ancient Sanskrit sounds, like they believe them to be seed sounds. So just like our seeds of intention, they're seed sounds, and each of these vibrations is aligned with one of our chakras. So we start at the base chakra, the first chakra, the earth, and work our way all the way up through the crown of our head. And then from there, again, visualizing our connection with source or our highest potential and power. We move into silence after chanting Om. We'll move into silence, which is the sound of the chakras all above the crown chakra. So again, all the energy kind of starts very kind of dense and condensed with the earth chakra, and then it just gets more spacious as you move up through the chakra system. So you can just listen or follow along with me. We'll say each of the mantras 7 times and then let the 7th kind of dissipate. So the sound for the first chakra is Lam. So we inhale. Lam, 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 lam. For the second is Vam. So we inhale. Vam, 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 vam. The third is Ram. So we inhale. Ram, 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 ram. The heart chakra is Yam, Y-A-M. So we inhale. Yum, 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 yum. The throat is hum, inhaling. Hum, 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 hum. The brow chakra, the third eye, is sham. So we inhale. Sham, 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 sham. And the crown chakra is Om. So we inhale. Om, 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 Om. And then we'll just move into a minute or so of seated mindfulness or mantra, anchored meditation. And again, it's all about just noticing the activity of the mind, not stopping it, but just noticing and gently, compassionately bringing your attention back to the breath or back to your mantra every time you notice that your mind has wandered. So then you can remove your seat support and keep your block close by if you were seated on your block. And then we're gonna slowly,
Deanne, I gotta go.
okay, bye.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye, Karen.
Bye.
So we're gonna slowly lower ourselves down, coming down one vertebra at a time. And when the head touches, just gently rotate the head side to side, releasing tension from the base of the skull and the neck. And then listen We'll inhale and draw our right knee into our chest. Continue to listen, give it a little squeeze, and then we're going to move into a twist. Again, continue with our twisting kind of element of our practice. So gently bring the right knee across the body, look over the right shoulder, and then inhale, come back to center, head center, knee center. Exhale, move into a gentle twist. Inhale, head center and knee center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. One last time. Exhale, twist. And inhale, center. Good. And then listen, we'll switch legs. Inhale, just hug the left knee and extend the right leg out. Take the left arm out in a T position, a little below shoulder height. Look over the left shoulder, draw the knee across. And then inhale, head center, knee center. Exhale, draw the knee across. Inhale, head center, knee center. One last time. Exhale, move into your twist. And inhale, center, and then hug both knees into your chest. Circle in one direction, circle in the other direction. Great. And then gently release the feet to the floor and take your block and place your block between your inner thighs. Bring your hands alongside of your body. And inhale, expand. Exhale, peel the vertebra up, up, up. Squeeze in on the block. And then slowly come down, coming down one vertebra at a time. Again, tailbone touches. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in, peel the vertebra up, up, up. And slowly release down. Good. Tailbone touches. Take your block from between your knees. Inhale, expand. Exhale, peel the vertebra up, up, up. And then place the block right at the base of the spine where it's very comfortable, very stable. And then if you wish, take one foot at a time off the floor. And then come in to this variation of legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. Also, it's a nice variation of an inversion so that you get all the benefits of like a shoulder stand or a headstand or a handstand, but you don't have the stress in your upper body or the stress on your neck or your head. So again, just making this your own, doing what feels right. Again, thinking about watering and nourishing those little intention seeds that you're planting with this new moon. If your legs are just up, maybe visualizing a waterfall rushing over the soles of your feet, coming over the tips of your toes, and then running down your thighs, your legs into a pool right at the second and third chakras. And literally you can visualize this waterfall, this energetic waterfall, kind of watering those seeds of your intentions in your creative center, that second chakra, and then also into the power center, your third chakra, that place of, again, personal power, volition, ability to act in the world in ways that serve you, in ways that are aligned with your values. Again, this very conscious creation of what would serve you in your life and those around you. So again, as I mentioned in the beginning of class, it's not about, purely, yourself and yourself, you're serving yourself, but more this intention that as you nurture these seeds within yourself, then you're better able to serve and help others and be a source of light and hope, maybe in the lives of people who could use some light and use some hope right? And then whenever you feel like you've done what you would like to do, replacing the feet one at a time on the floor, removing the block, and then returning the vertebra to the floor one at a time. And then listen, we'll again do a little twist. So inhale, bring the arms out to the side in a T position, palms up or down, whatever feels better for you. And then gently release the knees to the right, look left. Inhale, center, exhale, release the knees, left, look right. Inhale, center, one more time, twisting. Coming back to center and twisting. And coming back to center. Great, and then you can inhale and just hug your knees in, and then I'll give you a minute to do anything that you'd like to do before completing your practice. So again, just really tuning in and asking your body what would serve you best today. And then whenever you're ready to come into Shavasana, coming in to Shavasana and just settling in. And I'm going to make this a little different than usual. So because I forgot to press record at the very beginning of class when I kind of went through the significance of this new moon, black moon, I'm going to kind of repeat more or less what I said in the beginning. And so you can just allow whatever the words or the intentions or the vibrations to penetrate, and just kind of lying in Shavasana and doing your best to just get as soft as you can, to surrender as much as you can, surrender any physical tension, emotional tension, spiritual tension, whatever it is. And again, this idea of when you surrender and let go, it's not at all about giving up. It's not at all about not caring. It is all about really just opening up yourself to this source of wisdom, much, much greater than your little mind. The opening yourself up to source, to God, to higher consciousness, infinite possibilities, again, whatever kind of resonates with you, but just really just creating this very fertile ground for those seeds of intention that you've cultivated today in your practice to grow. So again, this new moon is a black moon in the definition that I learned from space.com. is that a black moon is when you have 4 new moons in a season, so this summer season. And this is the third of 4, so that's referred to as a black moon. Another definition is when you have 3 new moons in 1 month, which this is the third new moon in the month of August. So those are 2 different definitions. And what I kind of gathered from various sources as far as the astrological significance of this new moon, it's bringing the energy of Virgo, which brings truth and clarity into our lives, new ways of being in the world. And what I love is new ways of being in the world in order to be of service to others, healing ourselves in order to move into new forms of consciousness, into higher consciousness. It's an opportunity to heal and clear what no longer serves you, to clear out patterns from your past which don't serve you, to embrace the power of love, to embrace your interconnection with all the oneness. It is also a time this new moon cracks open what needs healing around worthiness, our worthiness, knowing that we are good enough, more than good enough. And this is a powerful time to heal any wounds within ourselves around worthiness and to step into our gifts fully and shine our light. And then this new moon is also conjunct with a royal star called Regulus, which is right at the heart of Leo. And Leo, we're just coming out of Leo season and the Lionsgate portal. And again, from what I learned, this is all about living from our hearts with courage, living from our hearts with courage, shining our light, and realizing that we're doing this for the benefit of all beings everywhere whom with we are interconnected. So letting that kind of settle in. Breathing. And then you can eventually wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe rotate your head side to side. And then you can roll onto your right side. And then use your top hand to press yourself up and come up into your comfortable seated position and take your seat again, embody your mountain, and to kind of continue with the tradition we started in our class a while ago. On Fridays, I randomly choose a card from this Divine Feminine card deck by Megan Watterson, and just we learn about a different aspect of the divine feminine. So the card I chose today was Kali, and Kali is the mother of the universe, and her mantra is, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. So I'll just read a little bit about her and then what it means when we select this card. So she embodies the ultimate wake-up call to get us aligned as soon as possible with what we have come here to do. She is the divine protectress and the mother of the universe because she can cut through illusion and grant us the reality our soul came here to manifest. When we select this card, Kali is as subtle as a sledgehammer. She shows up to strip us of what no longer serves us. And that sounds good in theory, but in practice, it can feel as if the ground beneath us has turned to sand. All of the illusions about ourselves, especially what we think we're capable of, suddenly begins to dissolve. Kali sweeps in, and we can easily slip into feeling like a victim. It can feel as though events are happening to us rather than for us, but they aren't. Kali, she doesn't want us to be anything that we're not meant to be. She is the harbinger of having entered into a soul time, stripping away the ego to reveal the soul that we have come here to be. She is giving us the opportunity to choose again, to start over, and this time from a place of tremendous wisdom and strength. She lets us begin again from the bare bones of truth of who we are. So that's Kali. And then I'm going to read a little passage from a new book that I've gotten called The Radiance Sutras, 112 Gateways to the Yoga of Wonder and Delight. So what I opened up to was page 152. So this is verse 139. Shining One, in these teachings I have given you more than 112 ways of entering the stillness beneath the waves. Cherish any one of these, make it your own. Embody your inborn wisdom. So namaste, everyone. Hopefully you can take some of what you cultivated today on your mat out into the rest of your world and thinking of watering those little intention seeds that you planted. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.